And we are live. How y'all doing? Welcome back for our Thursday live
Yes.
Q&A. Today we
Hey.
have the pleasure to have RJ, the CEO of Made in Africa Project, with us today. As you all may know, we are doing a joint venture with Made in Africa for our Senegal and the Gambia trip. That's in May 2020. So we want to just dive right in and have RJ introduce himself and tell us a bit about Made in Africa.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Thanks for having me on.
Yes,
Thank you
welcome.
for coming.
Nice. So, yeah, you guys are, in for a treat. Senegal and Gambia is a beautiful place, and it's been home to me and my family for the past 5 years. Place I've been visiting for about the past 20 years, and you know, now we're going to be taking a trip to some of the beautifulest, or most beautiful areas and sites in the region. And I'm excited to be along with you guys. It's definitely something that I'm passionate about. Our team loves showing off Senegal, and a few members of our team are from the Gambia. We do a lot of business and tours and travel down there. So we're excited to share with you guys what beauty we've been experiencing here.
Awesome. Thank you. And just for the family who's watching, RJ is currently in Africa, so he's not able to show his picture right now due to some technical things, but we were like, yo, we got to make this happen regardless. So we are definitely glad that you all are sticking with us through these quote unquote issues, if any come up. But RJ, okay, and Kia, because Kia, you went to Senegal, right? Tiffany, did you?
No, Kia went to Senegal.
Okay.
She did that recon.
So, like, what was that like? How did y'all come together with this idea? And just giving everybody a little bit of the background of what went into the recon. I want to know personally, why is it called the Gambia instead of just Gambia? So just, talking a little bit about your experience.
Yeah, so RJ, can you answer the Gambia before I jump in? He's the expert.
That's not an answer I got for you right now. But I think it
yeah.
has the Republic.
Okay. Yeah.
And family, if y'all got any questions too, feel free to ask them. This is open Q&A. I mean, we're definitely going to go through the itinerary. So any questions that y'all have in regarding to travel and just the experience, feel free to ask us, and we'll definitely get them addressed.
Yeah,
RJ.
I'm sorry. It froze on me. Thought I lost y'all for a second.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
A lot of business and tours and travel down there.
What was he's going in and out. Okay, so while we're getting that together, Kia, talk about your experience in Senegal and the Gambia and what made you choose or suggest this for Worldviews and make it happen.
Right. So again, y'all, we apologize. RJ is currently, again, like she said, in Senegal. He lives in Senegal. So the internet is a bit off right now, but we're going to continue. But I actually wanted to go to Senegal for my personal reasons, because I really appreciate the way they practice Islam. I really want to see this in person. I also want to go to the African Renaissance Museum, which everyone should be familiar of. Man, women, and child statue that we see.
You have that picture.
Yeah. So how do we put that up? Can we put that up?
Just share screen. Yeah, share screen. Because that was major. I remember the big talk about it, like on the internet, when people realized it was first being built, and then everything that it stood for. So yeah, I definitely would want to hear your experience.
And that's a museum now, right? It's not. It's the statue, and then.
Yeah, there's a museum inside of it.
Yeah.
Okay. That would be dope.
Yeah, and RJ,
It's a
we want to go in the back. 'Cause
four-story
I know a
museum,
little
and then
bit.
you can go all the way to the top of it and actually see out of the top of it, kind of like the Statue of Liberty, like out of the crown.
Oh, cool.
You can
Oh,
see the entire.
And
It's a beautiful
share my
place.
screen. And I'm gonna share my screen. Yeah, RJ have a little more information about it because he was actually we'll get into that. Let me share this right quick for you guys. Share the screen.
I even
And I hit share.
I think you have pictures of where I want to go, which is Gory Island. That's what I'm most excited about. So that's
It's a very, very emotional trip you'll experience there.
You guys let me.
Yeah, no, go back to your Facebook. That was.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Can you see?
Yeah.
All right. So, yes, guys. This is the African Renaissance Museum, and in fact, I think this was the first day that I arrived in Dakar, and RJ picked me up, and I was ready to hit the ground. So he took me to my hotel. I stayed at the Pullman Hotel in is that the business district, RJ, where I was at?
Yeah. That's downtown Dakar.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
kind of the business district, right across the Chamber of Commerce, Place de l'Independence, a lot of the big major government buildings. Actually, the presidential palace is about 3 blocks from there.
Yes. Right. And so, he picked me up, dropped me off to the hotel, and then we hit the ground running and we went straight to the African Renaissance Museum. And as you guys can see, those stairs is no joke. Him and we talked like the whole time, but as you can see in this picture, those are some serious stairs. So you definitely get your exercise in once you get to the top. But then once you get to the top, there's a sign at the top of the museum. And what does that sign say, RJ? Because I know you read it every day. You do your tours every day. So what does that sign say?
You mean the one that's right next to the door before you enter?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's a letter from the former president of Senegal who commissioned the statue, Abdoulaye Wade. And to paraphrase, it's inspiration to the future generations of Africa, the young people, imploring them to engage as the developers of Africa, kind of, giving them the baton or passing the baton a bit. So very motivational, especially to the young people of Africa. It's kind of letting them know it's your turn to take the reins.
Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah. So once you enter, it's a museum. And we have a view. Can you guys see this video?
Yeah.
So, all right. So this is inside the museum. Okay. This is actually inside the museum, and RJ is telling me about these are tribes or representations of different tribes. Can you see this, RJ?
Probably not. I don't know.
Okay.
Because I think it's frozen on his end.
Okay. That's also another video as well. This is a picture. I know Tiffany talked about Gory Island. We went to Gory Island the next day. And that day was seriously draining. I remember not being able to do anything else just because of the energy and the spiritual connection you feel on the island from our ancestors. We went early that day from my memory, and by the time we was finished and took the ferry back to Dakar, I couldn't even do anything else because of, again, just that connection you feel when you're on Gory Island. Can you see this picture, RJ? It's the Freedom statue.
That is a freedom statue. I don't think he's on anymore, so you can just conversate with us because you're kind of giving us a tour too. Do you have a picture of
Oh,
the door of no return?
I thought I did have I thought I sent that in here. These are some of the pictures of the museum inside the museum, guys. That is the sign I was just talking about the future Africans and the diaspora that mess with us. Again, that is the statue that's inside the museum. That's us walking on Goree Island.
That's RJ and you, so they can see his face now.
Yeah, that's RJ, guys. This is RJ. This is going into the mansion where you would go to the door of no return. I actually don't have the actual pictures of that, but this is the outside of it. And just being on the outside, it's a lot.
So to give, what is this that you're standing? Everybody doesn't know about. I know about the door of no return, but I don't know about the actual things that happen here. Other than, was it a transporting place? Did they actually hold them there? Were these? Go ahead.
Right. So this was an actual mansion of you, as you can see, as slaves on the top. And it's in French, but this was an actual mansion where they would hold the slaves for a few days before they debark from Goree Island onward to the west. So there's certain levels to this mansion where the slave owners would be at the bottom, and they would have like brothels and all kind of stuff in this mansion while the slaves captured. It's absolutely riveting. Just the energy from the outside, you can feel it. Right here is the outside of the mansion where they debarked. Sitting was so, I don't know, guys. It was very emotional. Very emotional. And we will be visiting Goree Island. It is an optional excursion because it is such an emotional thing to do. And we want to give people options, whether they want to participate or not. For me, it was just really emotional. I didn't know that it would be that emotional. Just sitting in the same place that our ancestors sat, or watch the ocean, the waves, the currency in which our ancestors traveled on.
It's like that in a lot of different places. Like even in Ghana, people have the same, effect when they visit the slave castles there. But yeah, like a lot of people too with Senegal. And like you said, just the history, a lot of things that went on there, the many, oppressors that was there or whatever. But just as much as it has like this kind of energy, I know it got like beautiful, loving, fun energy as well. So let's get into that.
Yeah. It was real interesting. Once you leave the actual town park, because Goree Island was a town where the French and European slave owners would settle. And so it's a beautiful island, as you can see here. It's right off the beach, off the Atlantic Ocean.
Were there people in the water? Like,
there were, if you see,
is that an open beach?
Yeah, those are people vacationing. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all now. There were European people on the island vacationing. And RJ can tell you, I felt a certain kind of way. Because how are you vacationing on this island that has such a interesting history to itself? I mean, these people in the background, as you can see in the water, in the beach. They're
right. So speaking of water, what about these pink lakes?
Yeah, so, I'm excited about that because water is my happy place. So from what I did a little research, there's only 7 pink lakes in the world. And I'm probably gonna say it wrong. I think it starts with an R. RJ, can you help me with that? What's the name of that pink lake? Can you hear us? I think it's Ruba. Hold on, I can do my research on it. Don't you have a picture of them, Kia, on it? Or maybe we can pull up our itinerary. That would be cool.
Yeah, yeah, pull it up. You have it?
Yep. Did you go to the Pink Lake, Kia?
I did not have the opportunity to go to the Pink Lake. I was kind of in and out of Senegal. We did a few things, but I wasn't able to go to the Pink Lake. I did go to Obama Beach though. And that is an area in which, yeah, it's
Okay.
Obama got a beach in Kenya. What? How you got a whole beach in Senegal?
Right, but if you go through certain, well, if you go, Obama is a Kenyan name. So if you go through certain areas like Machakos or not Malindi, some other cities within Kenya, they have full-on shops and stuff that has Obama because it's a popular name in the Luya tribe. So, but
can you guys see me sharing my screen?
No.
I don't know if I'm doing it right.
We're just having some difficulties, but I hope you enjoy this information.
We're transparent around here, so like
Yeah. So Obama Beach is a new beach that they created, and they named it after. It's a beach, but it's a resort area that they created, and they named it after Obama. So it was really, really nice. When we thought it was just really funny. It's about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours from Dakar, which Dakar is the largest city in Senegal, and 90% of the population of Senegal lives in Dakar.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but what's another interesting fact about Dakar, which I found really cool, is that they're building industrial cities, technology cities, other rural serious cities outside of Dakar to push the population, to these other cities that they're building. But they're doing something like China, like they have the industrial cities and the technology city, and you literally see it leaving from the airport going into Dakar. So they're doing some really neat things, and I wish that we could. Okay, we got RJ back, and he kind of can explain.
Do you see my screen?
Yeah, we see your screen
now.
Okay.
Once you show this, maybe RJ can go over what's going on in Senegal as far as investing and how they're building the country.
Okay, go ahead. I'm going to slide through. This is day 1 of the itinerary. Kia, what are we doing on day 1?
So day 1, as we said before, we'll be visiting Goree Island, which is a optional excursion, if you will. Again, like I said, it's an experience that you may or may not want to, but it's definitely an experience that's quite interesting. And so that day we'll do a meet and greet. We'll go to the hotel, and then you can have the opportunity to go out on the night out on the town and enjoy yourself in Dakar. The second day is the actual official start day of Africa Day in Senegal. And again, because we're partnering up with Made in Africa, they know exactly what the activities are. And if you go visit their website, you'll see all the activities that we'll be a part of on Africa Day on that day. So we're primarily with Made in Africa on that day. The third day, we will be visiting the Pink Lake. This is one of 7 pink lakes in the world. As you can see, this is where they extract organic salt from the pink lake. Yeah. Because it's heavy in algae, this is why they produce that type of salt. We're also doing ATV driving on the Pink Lake again, alongside Made in Africa and World Views. That night, again, we'll have the opportunity to enjoy the city of Dakar. They have a lot of things in the city of Dakar. One thing I really like about Dakar, most of the people are health conscious. So as we're riding up the coast of Dakar, you'll see an outside gym that the president of Dakar has given to the country.
That's
Wow,
cool.
that's dope.
Yes.
That's
So
awesome.
this is the fourth day. Yes, the fourth day we will go zip lining and a
Oh, a
safari.
safari?
Mm.
Oh.
Yes, and a safari. This particular place is the only place in the world where they have those particular trees where you can zip line on in the world, actually. So it's really, really interesting. And I hope that when you do join us, that you will enjoy that day. All right. The fifth day, we will then be traveling to the Gambia. This is a neighboring country right close to or shared with the border of Senegal. The first day that we arrive, we'll check into our hotel. We will then eat dinner, and then we will enjoy a drumming ceremony where we will conjure up the ancestors and really
Don't say
culture.
conjure. You don't know who up in here now. All
And bring it up.
Some
We
people
definitely
care,
want
like,
to
oh
commemorate.
my goodness.
Right, we're going to commemorate our ancestors. And so the next day we will be visiting the village in which they say Kuta Kinte derived from, and where the story roots originated from. So it's a small village in the Gambia, and we'll have the opportunity to learn the history about the people. We'll be able to mix and mingle, even eat some traditional Gambian food, and then just really just immerse ourselves in the culture. So I'm really excited about that day. And then our last and final day, you'll have the opportunity to, kind of rest and chill out at the resort that's on the beach there in Gambia. Go buy souvenirs, just engulf yourself in the culture while you're there and enjoy your last day in the Gambia. Then we'll head back to Dakar, Senegal, and fly back to the US.
That's going to be an exciting trip.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there
I'm
you go.
excited about this.
Yes.
So, RJ,
Yes.
Now, I was saying the zip lining is something I'm excited about. That's one that I haven't done yet myself. So I'll probably be trying that for the first time with you guys. So.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
that is good.
That's good. That's
What is the name of that pink lake? Can you say it correctly for me?
It's Lac Rose.
I was saying it all wrong. Say it again one more time.
Oh, you're saying it all wrong. Say it again.
Lac Rose.
Lac Rose.
Lac Rose. It's just Pink Lake in French, though.
Oh. But there's a name of it. The Pink Lake has a name.
I believe they call it Lac Retba or something like that.
Yeah, Retba.
That is the name.
Retba.
Yeah.
Retba. That's how you say it. Okay.
Beautiful place to visit.
And so
the ATV ride is amazing there. Did you do that ATV riding when you were here, Kia?
I didn't. So this is why this trip is gonna be extra.
I gotta remember if you went on the ATVs or not.
No, we rented the Porsche and drove to Obama Beach.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
That's a lot of fun. I mean, they got like I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah. I also wanted to let you guys know that we're in for another treat. We're in for a treat because RJ also speaks Wolof, and he's immersed in the culture. So when we visit Senegal and the Gambia, this is going to be a very authentic experience, guys, along with world views. This is just going to be a unique experience that you're not going to be able to find anywhere else. Before we wrap it up, RJ, can you tell us what you have next for Made in Africa, where they can find you on your social media outlets, and anything else you want to share with us before we wrap it up?
Yeah, so I mean, firstly, I just want to say, get excited about that week. It's the week of African Liberation Day, otherwise known as Africa Day. It's a day that, we should all be commemorating every year. We spend a lot of time and effort and money on, holidays all over the world, most of which have nothing to do with us.
Mhm.
For us, it's for the continent, it's for our people. If we're going to travel, don't forget Africa Day this year, May 25th, is on Memorial Day. So it's already
Oh.
a 3 day weekend in the US. A lot of you guys are going to be out of school, out of work. You got some time, travel, come, spend that time here, man. Get to know the continent, get to know the people. It's going to be a really exciting time. We have people coming in from all over the world, organizations coming from the US, from the Caribbean, South America, from Europe, from everywhere in the world. African people, Black people are. They're going to be coming in and take part in that week of events. So, if you've ever wanted to visit Africa, I mean, this is probably the best time to do it. So we're excited to be here to welcome you guys. You guys can find us online at madeinafricaproject.com or at Made in Africa Facebook and Instagram. My social media is at Makdi. Connect with us anytime. World views. You guys are doing a great job. First of all, showing the kind of comfort zones and so let's keep up that momentum. Be here to continue everybody out there watching our episode of the investment report. Chatted about in Africa, and that's Africa News Channel. Out for them up in the next. Guys, I'm excited. Y'all activated. Let's get it.
And yeah, maybe later on, towards closer to the trip, we can bring you back and talk a little bit more about that, and just getting more into Africa Day, and possibly teaching the folks some Wolof or some language, so they can survive out there in the Senegal too. So that'll be good.
That sounds good.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for
We
joining
got to
us.
bring in some of the Wolof team members for that.
Yeah.
That Jollof.
We let Pop and the guys, share some local language with you.
Yes. Well, we really appreciate you coming on today, RJ. We want you guys to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all forgive me. Make sure y'all comment below once you watch this. Tell us what you think about it. Ask questions. We have information. You can either contact Worldviews or contact Made in Africa. Either one, we'll make sure that you get the information that you need. Do you two ladies have anything else to say?
Yes, be sure to subscribe to the mail